Come on in the room. Good morning. I'm a minute late. Good morning. Let me tell y'all what I just realized when I went downstairs to get me a drink of water. I went down to the bar last night and met Oliver and some other friends down to the bar. And it literally just hit me as I was climbing upstairs that I have officially hit the age where going out is just not attractive anymore. Lord, I ain't got the mouse and the keyboard. Going out is just not attractive at all anymore. Anything that's gonna have me outside my house past 11 o'clock, I just gotta give it up. And it's funny because I've been trying to not become this person, right? Because I don't want to become some frumpity recluse, party pooper or whatever. So I was still trying to, when we go out to eat as friends, when I'm with whoever, I could be with Pretty Plates, I could be with Quad, them, I could be with whoever. When we go out to eat, and when we finish eating, everybody always be like, all right, where we going next? Are we going to MCK? We going to Whiskey Mistress? Is we going to this? And I be like, I want to go home. Am I the only one that be feeling like that? Like, I don't want to go to the next spot. And then when you get to the next spot, it's all loud and it's people all over the place. I don't have to have none of that. Can we just go to the Olive Garden at 8 o'clock, sit there from 8 to 9:30, and then I am good? Going to dinner constitutes going out for me. Now, y'all know I have a habit. Me and Pretty Plates, we always get together a couple days a week after I get off of work and go eat. And we normally go to Roof Chris. So this particular 2 days ago, I wanted something different. We said we was gonna go to Sea Salt. Park at Sea Salt. The man pat me down. I should have known it was gonna be something when the man pat me down. That man pat me down and I opened that door. That music was so goddamn loud and that we turned our ass right back around. I said, he don't even need to look through your purse, baby, because we not going in here. It's way too loud in here. And so we ended up going to this place called Midtown Social. Baby, that's another thing. Turn that damn music down. Turn and then Lord, I ain't even got the show started and I'm going on a tangent. And then y'all want to don't understand why the clubs are dead. The club is dead because y'all is playing the club music while we trying to eat. While we trying to eat. There is nothing appealing about four friends trying to go eat crab legs and y'all playing Future over the thing so loud that we can't even talk. If I was just going to have to sit here and eat my crab by itself without talking to my friends, I could have just ordered the shit on Uber Eats. And I'm sorry, when I go to eat, I don't want hookah by my food, okay? The people over here trying to bring the food, and y'all got to move this big old Arabanian magic carpet hookah damn thing out the way. Brenda about to knock this hot coal over in my lap, and if this coal hit my new shoe, I'ma slap this bitch to leave out of here. Get this big ass hookah thing out the way. The hookah cord knocking everybody drink over and all this type of it's just a lot. Like honestly and truthfully, I'm at the age where I just dine in at Popeyes and be just as content. Me and my boyfriend will go dine in at Popeyes and be just as damn content. These lounges ain't the lounges ain't lounging no more. The clubs ain't clubbing no more. It's just, can we, and listen, I know I used to talk shit about the old school girls, but I'm sorry, baby. I'm a simple bitch. Let's go to Piccadilly. Baby, let's go to Piccadilly. Let's get us a dilly dish. We both know we gonna eat good. And let's come home. And let's come on home. Baby, I can get me a little piece of that pie wrapped up for dessert. And let's come on home. That's where I'm at with it now. Uh If any of y'all big asses with the weight loss and stuff, don't forget, guys, we got the bundle over at Mood Serving, the weight loss suppressing candles, along with the balms and oils. Please go on over there. Don't forget, guys, I've got the peach oud candle that y'all have really been responding to like a mofo. Going over to moodserving.com. And then it's time for one of my new favorite segments of the show. It's confession couch time. Let's shade it, honey. Let's shade it. Let's shade it. Let's shade it. So, because excuse me, because we don't know. Well, y'all can answer it. It could be a personal answer or it could be a celebrity. But we finna shade it. Who? I don't even want to do this one. Because y'all finna say the same person. I'm going to read this shaded question, and y'all already finna say the same person, and y'all finna make me move on to the next thing. Who avoids accountability and calls it being misunderstood? This can be a celebrity. This can be somebody in your life. Who avoids accountability and calls it a misunderstanding? The shade, bitch. The shade. And keep in mind, guys, the way this game is played, it's a bunch of friends. We hanging around. We got appetizers. There y'all go, putting that lady name in the thing. We got drinks going on. You got Keisha, Felicia, Brenda, Letitia, Don, LaShawn, Inez, and Alicia. About 3 Kims, Latoya, and Tina. All us sitting around, and we gonna pull a shaded card. And you ask that question, and that's when everybody goes around. They're like, Tina, it's you. Is it me? It's not me. Brenda, it's you. It normally be you, girl. Remember that time you had hunch bingo when him and Toya used to go together? That's what this game sparks. So some of y'all say my ex-husband, my aunt, Bro-Rilla, Kenya Moore, my boyfriend, Blueface. That's exactly, guys, right? The confession couch, the funky Dineva edition, guys. Only game where you can sip it, shade it, sanctify it, or confess it, guys. This, somebody put Amanda Seals, Donald Trump, Phaedra, Lord have mercy. Y'all right on the money. Y'all know how to play confession couch real good. Y'all, spring is, somebody said Karen Huger. Karen getting it together. Spring is rolling around. Family time, playing cards. In a digital era where we are so disconnected as people because everybody's face is in a phone, games like this are important because they make us do this again. It gives you that 90s when you get a knock at the door and it's your aunt with your favorite cousins, and then your mama say, I think I got some chicken in there, and both of them get in there and get the cooking. And they say, well, call Tabitha, tell her, come on over here, tell her bring some ice. And before you know it, your mama and your aunts and your uncles and them don't have an impromptu dinner party, and everybody in the house drinking canned sodas, laughing. Whose soda is this? It is still full. Don't get another one either. Just wasting them sodas. Got a whole soda. Don't y'all kids go in there and get another damn soda. Y'all remember them days? This is what this game invokes in people. It brings us back together to those good old days when we just used to sit around the house and talk about each other like a dog and still leave feeling good. All right, let's get into the show, guys. Oh, last but not least, this episode is brought to you by Butter. Don't forget, baby, Butter love what I'm doing with them so good, baby. They said we can't do them little small jars, honey. They said, baby, this shit selling so good, we got to give the people what they really want. We don't went up to the 4-ounce jars, baby. If you want to smell like me in between your legs and in your butt, all through your soul and in your gut, then you want to get some of this cloud cream, honey. Slather that thing in between your thighs, honey. That's how you get your bills paid. That man go down there and smell that soft serve, or he smell that, what's the other one called? Lord, how the hell I got products and don't even know the names of them. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. This how y'all know I'm full of shit. Soft serve and high value, honey. You put some of that high value, y'all remember when the Commodores, Lionel Richie say, material things I thought so much used to have so much value didn't have much value at all. Well, baby, what I got in this container got a lot of value. Okay, baby, what I got to make you spend money. What I got will make you spend money. So y'all go on and get your situation. I really wish I would have colored my beard in this ad campaign, but maybe it sends a greater message that people that qualify for AARP could be models as well. Maybe I'm gonna be a trendsetter in the elderly modeling community. All right, let's jump on into it.
Right. So Secretary of State Marco Rubio,
really quickly. The United States don't got themselves involved in this mess over there in Iran, and they bombing up everything in the Middle East. Things are very unstable over there, and people are stuck. Not just people who are over there on vacation, but people who are working on behalf of the United States are over there stuck. And now the United States is basically telling them, get somebody else to do it, because they don't have no plans on helping your ass get out anytime soon. Marco Rubio got his ass on the news and told the news to broadcast this number for any and every American that is stuck abroad, for them to call this 1-800 number. And when they call the 1-800 number, the number tell the people basically, hold tight, we not coming to get you. Take a look.
Right. So Secretary of State Marco Rubio urged news organizations to put the 24/7 State Department emergency line out so that Americans who are stuck in the Middle East can get help getting out of the region, register their names and not. But listen to what happens when you dial the number.
Please do not rely on the U.S. government for assisted departure or evacuation at this time. There are currently no United States evacuation points. Please continue to check the embassy's website for updated information.
So the bottom line is, if you're looking for help, you're stuck in the Middle East and you can't evacuate, there's no help yet from the United States government. You can call that number, you can go through the website, you can register your name so you might get updates later. But the number that the Secretary of State gave out, what it does for you is it tells you right now that there is no help from the United States government in getting out of the Middle East.
This shit just get more comical by the day. It's like the vanity solution. Oh, give them the 1-800 number. Give them the customer service number. And the customer service number is telling them people a whole bunch of nothing. And so I did find this one comment from somebody who's traveling in Dubai. And this lady says, hi from Dubai. Shit is sad and hilarious only to kind of stop us from crying. And they just hit the U.S. consulate here, which was already closed, and offered no assistance. since we are relying on the only government that actually gives a shit about us, which is the UAE government, and they are doing an amazing job. We have nowhere to go and with extremely limited flights. So for you people in Dubai, we are safe as we can be in this region. Also, stop telling us to get out and sharing whatever you found on the internet to us. That is not helpful and it's insensitive. We are fully aware of our situation and have to figure it out ourselves. So please have a seat and may you pray for us all. You know, I feel bad for anybody that's stuck and can't get home. But let me tell you this. Let's just say I wanted to be selfish in this moment. I feel like the United States has an obligation to get anybody out of that region whose paycheck says United States of America Treasury, whatever federal employee checks say. Anybody who is in any of these places that are there doing business on behalf of the United States of America, y'all should have had a plan to get them out. Now, tourists, not so much. To hell with them. But I'm only over here in this region because y'all sent me over here to these podunk towns, and then y'all don't have any type of way to get us out of here. Somebody wrote a comment, and I'm glad they did. They said, "Hey, Funky, did you see Ricky Smiley and the Brat showing you mad love today?" So let me tell y'all about that. I did not see it today. A few days ago, somebody told me that Ricky Smiley was talking about me on the morning show, and they told me the timestamp, and I went back and I read it, and Ricky, you know, he was saying some very positive things about me. He's like, "Oh my God, this brother's so funny. He's so smart. I love him. I love watching his content. He's really, really good." When I woke up today at about 1 o'clock, I had a missed call from Gary with the teeth. So I called Gary back. I said, "Hey, girl, what's going on?" Gary said, "Ricky wants to talk to you." And so Gary put me and Ricky on a three-way call or whatever. And when I tell y'all, Ricky Smiley really poured into me this afternoon, and I really appreciate it. Y'all already knew I felt a little skeptical stepping in the comedy space when I was going to do the Spinderella thing. But Ricky Smiley was like, "You got it." He was like, "Man, you got the chops." He was like, "Comedy needs you. You need to be on somebody's stage." And he was like, "You could be making $20,000-$30,000 a weekend doing comedy." He said, "You need to start in some small comedy clubs." He said, and then, you know, kind of get your feet wet there so you'll be ready for the big arenas and the bigger things. And he was just saying, you know, "Man, you really got it. You're really good." And he said, "You know, if you need help ever, you know, getting your material together, get my number from Gary. I will gladly help you or get with some people." And he was like, "You don't even have to be a comedian. You can host or whatever. So you don't have to do that much heavy lifting." But it means a lot when you have somebody who is at the top of the game, in the game, to come tell somebody like me that I would be, you know, really good at what it is that they do. So, Ricky Smiley, thank you so much for that conversation this morning. And it just feels good to be acknowledged sometimes. I must say, it feels really good to be acknowledged by people like Ricky Smiley and the Brat. I love the Brat. Gary with the T, everybody over there at the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Thank you guys so much, and hopefully I can come sit with you guys someday and have a good old time over there down to the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. If ever somebody goes on vacation or whatever, I would love to come sit in, and y'all wouldn't even have to pay me. I would love to come sit in, just put it out there in the atmosphere. All right, moving right along. Moving right along. Another story, guys. So the government says on the 1-800 number, they're not doing nothing for you. And then the embassies got something to say too.
We can't help you. It's the message. It's loud and clear. We just got this message here in Israel from the embassy. It reads, I'm quoting here, the U.S. Embassy is not in a position at this time to evacuate or directly assist Americans in departing Israel. Those are the words from the ambassador, Mike Huckabee, and frankly, they're consistent with what Americans are hearing across this region. You know, we all were alerted in 14 countries last night to leave immediately. People were told on their own using commercial options, which is simply an incredible irony given that in almost all of the countries listed, there are no commercial options to leave right now. And in fact, in 6 of them, there isn't even a confirmed sitting U.S. ambassador, including in Saudi Arabia, where the massively fortified embassy has been hit. It's a stunning situation. I was struck by the words of a general who's currently stuck in Dubai. He formerly commanded the base in Kuwait, such an important base. I've been through there on my way to Afghanistan to report a story. And he was simply shocked by the situation, saying,
it's a little bit disheartening and a little bit envious to hear that the BBC has announced that the UK...
So, in short, other countries, the BBC announced that the UK is getting its people out of there. And the United States is like, we don't give a damn that we destabilize the damn region and that there is dangerous airspace and airports that have been struck. Y'all gonna have to make it enough. And that is so unfortunate. Now, I did read that there are some people who were able to get some flights over to Greece and some other places. Like, baby, they would have to Spirit airline my ass. Baby, they could take me to Timbuktu and let me walk to Nigeria. But they would have to get me the hell up out of there. They would have to, you know what? If I was there with my kids, we would just start walking. I'm not going to lie to y'all. If I was there, I would rent a car. Or I would just start walking. I would just pick a direction and walk. Ain't that what them people did in the Bible? I'm not really big in the Bible, but ain't that what they did? They was lost out there in the wilderness for 40 years and 40 nights, and then the flood came because they started all hunching down at Sodom and Gomorrah, and then Jesus was born because Mary was actually at one of them parties, but she didn't tell nobody. Ain't that how it went? Baby, I'd be lost in the wilderness, baby. You think I'm not finna sit still nowhere where they sitting up bombing people, bitch. I'd rather walk. I'd rather walk. I just, in my mind, I would just feel better because I would feel like I'm doing something. Like, you just not finna have me sitting up here in no Sheridan just waiting to be bombed. Like, my anxiety would have to make me just get out and walk. Where you walking to? I'm walking to Miami. Q, you can't get to Miami from Dubai. I don't need your negativity right now. I don't need this negativity right now. I'm walking to Miami. But Q, there's water in between Dubai and Miami. Well, look, Jesus walked on water, bitch, and he turned out just fine. So I'm finna have to try it. Like, but I'm not sitting still for these people to bomb me. And that's just what you know, this is when we supposed to have faith, okay? Y'all have been telling the Bible stories wrong all this time. This is when you're supposed to have faith. The faith of a mustard seed, baby, that you can walk on water. Let me tell you something. One thing about it, 2 things for sure. I would be so determined to get out of Dubai, I'd be able to walk on water. That's the way my religion set up. That's the way my religion set up, baby. They'll be like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Girl, they've been on said the NASA satellites is picking up an unidentified object walking across the Pacific Ocean. I'd be like, don't worry, y'all. It's just me. I'm fine. I ate already. I had some lobsters and shrimps from down here. Shamu talking to me. I'm good. I'm going to call you when I charge my phone. My phone dead. But baby, I've been on a walk to Miami. I've been on a walk. They say faith is going to drown in. Baby, I've been on a walk to Miami. Okay. Moving right along. We had the Democratic primaries in Texas. And I'm sure many of you know by now that Jasmine Crockett did not win. James Tarico did win. However, before we get into an uproar, I want y'all to take a listen to what Recie Colbert had to say in terms of explaining James Tarico's win from a strategic perspective and how this now puts the onus on white and Latino people to do what needs to be done to course correct this country. Don't cry for Argentina just yet. Take a listen.
White and Latino voters, y'all did y'all big one in Texas. I gotta hand it to you. I gotta tip my hat to you. Y'all heard all of the coverage around the race where it talked about this being a fight for the soul of the Democratic Party and the future of the Democratic Party. What direction are we going to go in? Are we going to go in the direction of identity politics, or are we going to go in the direction of the choir white boy? And y'all said, challenge accepted, bitch. We're going to pack her black ass up and let these motherfuckers know that the future of the Democratic Party is white. And I love that y'all stood on business, because it took double the amount of votes that any prior winning Democratic primary candidate received in order to beat Jasmine Crockett. Just to be very clear, Jasmine Crockett was not some sort of niche candidate. She got 1 million votes in this primary. Clearly, it took a lot to beat her. And to some degree, we do have to give James Tarico and his voters credit for that. And so, guess what this means, guys? The baton is passed to you, because remember that the theory of the race was that James Tarico needed to be the nominee because he's the only one that can get the white votes, and he was going to convert the voters, and Jasmine Crockett didn't want to even bother to get Republican voters. So y'all got some work to do. You need to be going to some honky tonks, some gun ranges, some hoedowns, some barns. Y'all need to be out there pounding the pavement. Get out of black folks' comments on social media, camped out there, because Tarico is going to make white Democrats again, and Latinos. I love this newfound consciousness and this coalition. It is amazing that black folks won't have to carry the party on our backs anymore. To be perfectly clear, anybody who has any delusion that this is some sort of punishment or a aha bitch moment to black voters, oh, no. You have 1, 2, 3, release this, because you are the guys now. It is on you. So don't sit up at your dinner tables with your meemaws and peepaws and your sister and brethren and get shy now, bitch. It is time to activate. Lock in. Because you need the white votes. That's gonna flip Texas. That's what y'all said. So chop. Do something that hasn't been done since black folks got civil rights. And that is make white voters in Texas a majority Democrat. That's all you got to do. But y'all gonna do it. That's what y'all said, right? That's what y'all said, that he was gonna be the one to do it. So get to stepping. Get to it. You can do it. I believe in you.
Listen, I am here for everything that Recie said, guys. It was sarcasm and satire at its best. Yes, I blew my nose in the microphone. Fuck y'all. Hell, I'm sick. It was either this or I'm not coming to work. Y'all act like I work at CNN. Okay? I work at home. Shit. Hell, bite me. So interesting takeaways. You know, white and Latino voters came together and they said, all right, we got to do something, but we ain't letting that black bitch in. They said, we ain't letting that black bitch in. We gonna vote. We gonna vote. And we gonna vote something opposite of Republican, but we ain't gonna let that black one get in. But I love the way Recie said it. She said, okay, if y'all showing up and showing out and y'all chose Tarico, follow it all the way through. Follow it all the way through. I'm here for it. I love it. And like she said, in this Democratic primary, it just goes to show you how much race really can motivate people. Because they were saying, or like Recie was saying, is that this many people have never voted in the primaries, Democrat party over there in Texas in a long time or ever. And the simple fact that they came out, number one, they came out for Jasmine Crockett, but number two, they came out even greater against Jasmine Crockett says a lot. Now, somebody said Tarico is a Republican in disguise. He may be. I will say this, as much as I love Jasmine Crockett, as much as I wanted her to win and I support her in any and every endeavor that she does, unfortunately, we are in a world where we need to purge everybody that's damn in office, and we need to get as many people over on our side as possible. And unfortunately, in this racist ass society that we live in, many people would be more prone to follow a all-American looking white boy than they would be the sassy sister or whatever the case may be. At this point, I'm going to be very honest with you. I really don't give a damn if it's Jasmine, if it's James Tarico, if it's Snuffleupagus, or if it's Sherry Shepherd. Long as we get they ass out of the damn office, we can fight for who's the better Democrat at a later time. But we got to get them people ass up out the office and start flipping some of these doggone states. Moving right along, guys. Queen Latifah. Now I'm going to tell you something. It's something about this side-by-side picture that make it look like they go together. I don't care what nobody say. I'm feeling a funky Dineva. I'm feeling a Queen Latifah and Taraji done fool-la-la after a couple of drinks. I'm feeling like I'm feeling like Queen Latifah and Taraji done fool-la-la after a couple of drinks. I feel like Janet Jackson ass was over there too. Who all y'all think was over there? Who all y'all think? Queen Latifah was over there. Taraji was over there. Jada Pinkett was over there. I'm trying to think. Who all else was over there? MC Light was over there. Mona Scott Young was over there. Oprah was over there. Lisa Leslie was over there. Jamel Hill was over there. I'm just trying to think who all was over there. Her wife Ebony was over there. Pam from Total was over there. Regina King was the president of them. She was over there. Sanaa Lathan is old strong dyke. She was over there. Mary J. Blige ass was over there. Tiana Taylor was over there. Missy was over there. Talk about Queen Latifah married. Who Candy was over there. The Brat was over there. Eve was over there. Trina was over there. Brittany Griner was over there. Alicia Keys was over there. Lori Lightfoot was over there. She provided the lady fingers. Okay. Who all else was? Deb Atney was over there. Tashina Arnold ass was over there. I'm trying to think who else was. Niecy Nash was over there. Janelle Monáe, talking about she was over there. She was the host. Janelle Monáe was the host. Whitney was over there on a hologram. Whitney Houston was over there on a hologram. Portia was over there in a bathing suit. Mimi Frost, Harry Coochie self. Mimi Faust was over there. All of them was over there celebrating Queen Latifah and Taraji P. Henson inking deals to executive produce several movies with Lifetime. Let me tell you something. Lifetime has really struck gold with going out and getting Black actors and actresses and giving them the opportunity to bring their stories and the types of stories they want to tell to life. It has been working for Lifetime. We've seen it. They did it with Garcelle Bouvet. Who else they did it with? Vivica been working over there quite a lot. Lifetime, this is a great. Issa Rae damn sure was over there. Uh, Kim Whitley was over there. Clarissa Shields was over there. Jocelyn Hernandez was over there beating everybody up when they went eat her coochie the way they wanted it to. Tammy Roman was over there. All of them was over there. Tammy gonna beat me up the next time she see me. Tammy was over there and her daughter was over there. Ty Young was over there. Drew Sidora was over there. Nevertheless, y'all, while they was over there, they was cooking up some TV show. Kelly Rowland ass was over there. Oh Lord, Kalani was over there. Maya was over there. Everybody was over there. Everybody a lesbian, let me tell it. Anyway, congratulations to Taraji and Queen Latifah for this. This is really huge, and I look forward to whatever projects that they're going to be putting out. Guys, I got a sad video that I want to show next. It shows an employee of the Black Lives Matter organization beating the shit out of one of the founders of Black Lives Matter after accusing him of stealing the money. Take a listen. A look. And look how she tear his ass up. Tear up. She finna tear his ass out the frame. That girl grew up with 6 brothers. Okay? She grew up with 6 brothers. She said, I know how to back an MF off me. And the fight ensued because she accused him of missing organization's money. So, I want to say one thing. During COVID, during the protest, and during the Black Lives Matter movement, like when it was really moving, it really felt good for me to be a part of a movement, right? It gave very much our turn to march from Montgomery to Selma, our generation's civil rights protest. I was very proud and I was very honored to stand up and say, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, because they do. What I hate happened to Black Lives Matter is that a lot of the momentum got sullied because there's been a conflation between the movement and the organizations. Okay. I am a self-proclaimed part of the movement. I am a part of the Black Lives Matter movement, the spirit of it, what it means, what it fills me up with, what it makes me feel when I say it out loud. I'm not a part of the organization so much. And what I hate about it is that a movement that came out of nowhere that was so strong and had so much momentum has had portions of it burned to ashes due to bad PR surrounding misuse of funds, stolen money, unscrupulous purchases, and non-transparency as to what's been going on with millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I just hate it because that's just all the ammunition they need to go ahead and discredit us. Not that they needed any ammunition in the first place, but then we just give it to them. We just hand out the ammunition for them to shoot us with. And I know a lot of y'all are going to say, but what's the big deal? White people steal from their organizations all the time. Black ones ain't the only ones that do it. Yes, I hear you loud and clear, and I understand that. But when are y'all going to stop making comparisons between what we can do and what they get away with? Because you've known since birth that we can't do the same things that they do, and that we are playing by a totally different set of rules, and y'all are still content using the rebuttal, but y'all don't say nothing when they do it. They're allowed to do it. Society is structured for them to do it. One of them steals from a local branch of a charity, and it just becomes James Lebovitz is a thief. The whole charity doesn't get discredited. One of us steal from one of our charities, the whole charity gets discredited. And it's funny because being an activist means you already have a heightened level of race relations in this country, what you can and cannot do. And y'all still take y'all ass in there and dilly dally with the damn money. Now, let me explain to you how you steal from your nonprofit organization. Let me explain to y'all how you steal from your nonprofit organization. Coming from a former accountant that actually worked at a nonprofit. The way you steal from your nonprofit organization is you don't. But if you gon' steal the petty cash. Y'all be stealing too much from y'all jobs. When you go down, and y'all listen to me carefully, because I'm going to take my time with this. When you steal from your job, steal exactly what you need, okay? My light bill backed up. So I'm going to take this $245 out the petty cash jar. I'm behind on my mortgage. I'm going to steal $900 out the petty cash. And when we go do the t-shirt sales at the parade, I'm not going to turn in all the t-shirt money. I'm going to just say we only sold 20 t-shirts when we really sold 50 because the t-shirts ain't inventory. That's how you steal from your job. And you steal just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough. Your job probably underpaying you anyway. So shit, you probably deserve to steal some of that damn money anyway. But y'all be wanting to live in apartments that offer a first month free special, and then 6 months later you in a Rolls Royce and you have a lake house. You can't steal like that. You can't steal like that. Here is the other way you steal from your nonprofit organization. And why do I keep telling y'all this stuff? You hire one of your friends or your cousins to come in as a business consultant, and y'all have a Sunday retreat and have your friend do some trust exercises. All right, climb the ladder, fall back in his arms. Have your friend come do some fake organizational leadership bullshit and let them turn in a $25,000 consultant invoice and you get a kickback. That's how you steal from your job. But y'all be going and buying real estate. Y'all be going and buying cars. Steal. This is another way you can steal from your job. Steal the stuff that your job offer and sell it on the black market. Okay, what do I mean by that? If Dell Computer donated 100 computers for y'all to open up a community service center for the community, take 10 of the computers and sell them at the gas station for $500 a piece. So $300 a quick come up. My account is Spicita talking about stop telling people how to steal. Y'all got to steal smart. You got a family reunion or a party coming up. Go in there and steal a couple cases of ribs and chicken out the cafeteria while nobody looking. But y'all be going down there stealing the operating budget. Bitch, you cannot do that. We getting ready to go book the talent for the AIDS walk. We thinking we got $70,000 to work with, and it's only $70 in the account. What happened to the $70,000 that was in the project budget? And here it is. You got a house in Key West and a new Range Rover. And then, listen, y'all be stealing so much from y'all job that y'all don't even leave enough for the rest of us to steal. Like, goddamn, bitch. Leave enough for everybody to steal. Leave enough petty cash in the drawer so all of us could get some, bitch. Okay? I might want to dip in and take me out $40, $20 for gas, and $20 for lunch. Do not take the whole petty cash. When they re-up the petty cash and put the $1,000 in there, don't go in there and take 7 out. And it's only the 3rd of the month. Just go get lunch money, new tire money. Y'all hoes don't know how to steal good, okay? Y'all do not know how to steal good. Y'all need to steal with some dignity and some class. And steal in such a way that you still gonna have a damn job in the morning, okay? Now, the only way you steal to the point where you lose your job is if you got enough of them people's shit that you don't have to work, okay? But if you ain't stole enough of the stuff for you to not have to work, then don't steal. And if you new to stealing, if you ain't never stole before, if you don't made it to over 40 and you ain't never stole before, I would encourage you, don't even try it. You just stick to office supplies. You just stick to stealing staplers, Sharpies, whole reams of paper. And why do we do that, Black people? Why do we go down to the job and take them people whole pack of paper? I cannot tell you the last time in my real adult life that I've had to use a whole pack of printer paper. Why? Black people, we feel like we doing something when we don't got that job for a whole pack of paper. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm just extra money heist gangster when I get a whole pack of paper. Drop down in the chat real quick and tell me what's y'all favorite thing to steal from y'all job. Baby, my last job, I used to steal their postage. I was a realtor at the time, and I had like 100 postcards. Baby, I would run my postcards right through their Pitney Bowes postage machine, stealing $100 worth of postage so I could mail out my postcards. I didn't give a damn shit. They was underpaying me anyway. What y'all be stealing from y'all job? What y'all be stealing? Let me see. Church secretary, I be stealing the paper. Toilet paper and trash trash bags will be stolen. I had a whole pack for 7 years. I'm saying we be stealing them people paper and don't even use it. Trash bags, somebody said labels, highlighters and papers. Somebody said they batteries, them wipes and gloves. Now I'm gonna tell you something. You old lazy piece of fish if you steal toilet paper from your job. But I'm not gonna lie, I was broke and knew I didn't have none at home, bitch. I used to put 2 rolls in my briefcase, so I ain't gonna judge you too hard. Somebody said definitely printer paper, toothbrush, toothpaste, toilet paper, paper towels. Somebody put time. Y'all hoes going to jail. Y'all going to see. That's where I draw the line at. That's a different type of stealing. Y'all hoes that do time clock fraud. Them hoes said they be stealing time. Y'all hoes going to jail. You can put the petty cash back. You can't put that time back. That time is deliberate. You don't went in there and deliberately put something false on that time sheet. Ooh, y'all some bad mama jammers that steal time. Somebody said laptops, snacks. I'm gonna go ahead and change the subject. Y'all girls that steal time, y'all a different type of lowdown. I'm scared of y'all. You got to be one bold bitch to go in your job and write on your time sheet that you was there to 10 o'clock and you left at 8:30, bitch. You's a different type of bold. You is a different type. If you one of the girls that's ever stole time from your job, please put time in the chat. I'm trying to see how many time travelers we got in this thing. Y'all done activated me. Spacita said, I hate when people steal time. It make me mad. I guess y'all say, bitch, I'm gonna get paid one way or another from this damn job. How many of y'all be stealing time? Put time in the chat. Blue Reserve said, I work in the field, so it works for me. Yeah, if you work in the field, you can steal time. Somebody said an iMac and a time. Bitch, you going to jail. You're not supposed to steal iMac computers. You're supposed to steal Lenovo's. Lenovo's and Dell's. Let's move on. Anderson Paak wife, he said she's filing for support weeks after she's been spotted with Jeannie Mai. Is it me? And Jeannie Mai's not a homewrecker. Anderson Paak and his wife were already going through a divorce for 2 years or whatever. I guess they were dragging their feet, maybe hopes of reconciling or whatever. But now the timing is kind of Spacita said lower all the time thieves telling on themselves. Y'all don't forget. Why I'm not gonna forget while I got y'all on the line. Funky Bunch. Those of you guys who been working with Spacita, she's just been giving me check-ins every now and again and saying many of you guys have been calling her. Baby, she said we got some rich people. She said in the Funky Bunch, she said we got some rich people that's rich like this and not like this, and not telling anybody's business, but just telling you the power of my friend. She said we had one rich member of the Funky Bunch who she was able to save her $50,000 by just making one change, whatever. I don't know what the personal business was or whatever, but I'm here to tell y'all, if you are behind on your taxes and you need to get caught up, if your stuff is not structured properly, if you have a business and your stuff, I'll be the first person to tell you, when I first started working with Spacita, she had to clean up like 4 or 5 years of taxes for me because I had not filed. Like, she is the woman for that. She's not your homegirl that went and got a tax certificate. She is a bona fide CPA that worked for one of the big 4 in New York. Okay. And she go to church and she real saved. So she not finna do no crooked shit on your taxes. Don't come over there with that drug dealer money and that prostitution money trying to get my friend to help you launder it. She don't do that. Okay. And she pray over every return, every 1099 and every return. She pray and put a little blessor at the top. Okay. So with that being said, if you need your tax work done, does she teach classes? She actually does. I has one she wants me to promote pretty soon, and we're going to be doing all of that. But go on Instagram, Tax Plus 365 and you'll find everything about Spicita Davis Jackson that you need. She worked with everybody though. Just call her. Anyway, is it me or do Jeannie might look like a man eater? What's her info again? Tax Plus 365. Just Google it or look her up on social media. Jeannie Mai is giving me Nicole Murphy vibes. I don't know if it's the smile. I don't know if it's the complexion. I don't know what it is. Y'all are about to see how quick my brain works. To hell with this story. Somebody just said, Funky Dineva, I'm a CPA, put me on too. And I just got a segment idea. I'm going to have Michelle B structure it. I want to do a segment where any of the Black women who were affected with the government job shutdown thing, I want to do a segment where maybe once a week I bring 2 or 3 people on. I'll have their resume posted in the description box of the video, and each person can get on the screen and sell themselves for 5 minutes. And hopefully, if we have any HR or hiring people in the chat through community, we can help get these people employment. I think that that'll be very fun. I think that that will be a very fun segment. Post the people's resumes in the description box of the chat. People come on and I'll serve as the interviewer. Ask them, just keep them on for a little 5 minutes. And this is just to help people get a job and get out there. People who are having trouble, getting a job. I think that would be an amazing idea, and that would get people a lot of exposure. Let me ask a question, just for curiosity. Please put hire in the chat if you work. If put hire in the chat if you are responsible for hiring folks at your job. If you are a manager, if you are a supervisor, if you are an HR person, please put hire HR manager. Please put that in the chat right now. And put your city. Please put hire and put your city. I'm just curious to know if the juice is going to be worth the squeeze. I'm just curious to know if the juice is going to be worth the squeeze with this one, but I definitely think higher. What about if you're looking for a federal HR job? Baby, listen, I just came up with the idea. Don't expect me to have all the answers. Higher. I work for staffing and consulting firms, so we're always looking for people. Hiring in Dallas, hire director here in Memphis, Tennessee. All right, we cooking. We cooking. Atlanta, Spicita is hiring. We cooking. I'ma structure it out. We cooking. Hiring in nursing fields, hiring in ATL, hiring HR specialists. We got it hiring in Dallas, hiring office manager, hiring Orlando, Wingstop, general manager, hiring. All right, we got a good selection of people all over the place, y'all. I think this is really going to be good, and this is going to be fun. And see if we can help people get placed. Black women in particular are who I want to target or whatever, because they were the ones that were most impacted. But of course, we're going to open it up to everybody. Somebody say, who in Miami? Yeah, y'all talk. Natural Lisa 305 said, who in Miami hiring? Okay, I know that's right. Baby, we got to be, that's one thing I do love about us, is that we have created this little ecosystem where we kind of take care of each other. And I love that. And somebody said also maybe create a job posting. I think too, what I also want to do is maybe collect jobs that all of y'all that are hiring, maybe I collect job descriptions from y'all. And on my website, I post all the vacancies. And then y'all like give Funky Bunch members preference to getting an interview. I could also use my website as a repository for jobs. Duke, because I know you're watching. Duke, this is what I need. I need a form on the website where the people who are responsible for hiring, they can go in, put the job description in, and put where to submit the resume, and that it'll automatically upload to the website. So you may have to create some type of database and create buckets: accounting, finance, hospitality, food. But that's what I want to do, Duke. Create a form on the Funky Dineva website where the people who are all saying they hire, they can go in and load the jobs, so we know what we're working with. And then once we get the jobs loaded on the website, we'll have the candidate side. They can apply to the people directly. And we can also have some fun having some people come on. Say, for instance, if we say, y'all, I looked on the Funky Bunch website and there's a nursing job in Jacksonville where all my nurses at. The person that's responsible for hiring for this job, she's a Funky Bunch member. I'm looking for 3 people who are looking for nursing positions in Jacksonville to come on to the show and do some interviewing. I think it would be great, and it will allow us to further fortify our little community. So we're gonna work with it. For those of you guys who are responsible for hiring, get the job descriptions ready, get the pay range ready, and get where they need to submit the resume to ready, because that's probably the information that Duke's gonna need on the form. We finna have it all going on, and everybody finna be employed, and that's just what we finna do. I think we done. I think we done. And something really good came out of the show. I'm gonna get y'all, those of y'all that's looking to hire people, I'm gonna get y'all some people. And those of y'all who are out of work, I'm gonna help y'all get a job too. We're gonna have some fun. This thing is gonna be, we've already got our marketplace that's changing lives. Now, see, remember when I told y'all when they was talking about the TV host or whatever, and I was telling y'all I think that there's one more step that I have before I go straight to TV, and a lot of y'all poured into me and said, Q, you're ready. It's these types of things. Allegra emailed us about moving Puerto Vallarta to Carousel. Okay, well, since somebody in the chat said it already, that I guess the information is out there. Yes, we are in the process of trying to move the Mexico trip to Carousel. I got to call Allegra when I get off the phone and find out where we at with it, but they're saying they sent email out. We were supposed to have a guest tonight. She didn't log on. I guess she have to come on another time. Anywho, we finna get on up out of here, and I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.